There's a difference between the liberal and the left now, I think.
Oh my God, yes.
You see that?
They're fractioning. They're fractioning horribly. I mean, you have stupid, crazy liberal, like all the way over Byrne.
Very left.
And then you have like, oh my God, Gabby.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So, like, she's gonna be welcomed in the Republican Party soon, not because she's Republican, because she's so far right in the left party that they're alienating her.
Thank you. Well, the streets, if nothing else, are full of surprises. I mean, I will try to do my best, of course, to read people out there, because you have to. I mean, your survival might depend on it. But there's hardly a day that goes by where I'm not, thrown off or taken by surprise. And this is one of them. I mean, typically, and of course, you understand, typically the people that are going to come up and talk to me are going to be conservative. That's why I say, probably 95% or more of the response I get out there, people come up and talk to me, are sympathetic to what is going on. But especially in academia, it's kind of strange because I get people that are conservative that are in very left-leaning profession, especially in the universities. And this woman works for Penn State in marketing, which has got to be a tough position because she joined that position just as the Sandusky Scandal exploded on Penn State. And so we discussed that for a while. And her friend that was with her, again, involved in, again, I'm looking at the purple hair and, I'm going, I don't know, what's this one going to say? And again, involved in what would you consider a very liberal, progressive business in the hemp CBD industry. She has her own shop, healthyhemp.com. And so, it was an interesting conversation. I'm just, again, I had to share this with you because it surprised me. It surprised me where they were at. And it was refreshing because they aren't completely indoctrinated into the whole left-wing agenda that I imagine is pretty strong. And so, anyway, if you like this one, and you know what the routine is, you hit the like button and you share it. And if you possibly can at all, you can contribute to me. Thank you very much. So let's get to it. Remember, if you can't do anything else, pray for me out there. Need that. Okay, let's get to it. I'll see you on the other side. And what do you do there? What do you do in...
I work for Penn State University.
Oh, in what capacity?
I work in marketing for them.
Marketing?
Mm-hmm, yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It was like I've worked there for 6 years now. I work for Penn State Harrisburg. It's you know how they have like branch campuses all over the state? There's like the main campus, and then there's 22 branch campuses. I work at the largest branch campus.
You had some problems there a few years ago in Penn State.
The Sandusky. Yes, yeah, that was about 6-7 years ago now.
Yeah, probably when you first got there. Huh?
Yeah, that was my senior year of college, actually, because I went there for my undergrad and graduate degrees.
And how was that to handle from our kid?
You couldn't walk to class without a microphone in your face. Yeah, it was intense.
Must have been tough for you then.
It was intense, yeah, because that was like right when the recession was kind of ending. It was 2012, it was right at the end of that, and it was actually kind of scary because when we were getting ready to graduate, they were like, "Oh, you're never gonna find a job." I'm like, "I'm not the one who did it. It wasn't me." So yeah, that was an interesting time, but I'll tell you, the camaraderie, the essence of being together in that sort of tough time, like as a culture, was really, really interesting.
That whole
Mess.
Mess. You kind of put the focus on the pedophile network and the whole, because there is an underbelly, an underscene that goes on with the power elite that is, every now and then, like with the Epstein thing gets exposed, with Weinstein and the Wiener and, the Sandusky and all this, that gets exposed with the Catholic.
Oh, right. You hear about that all the time.
Yeah. It's a very... it's hard to deal with because it permeates a lot of the power structure.
Yeah.
I think that's how they go ahead and control a lot.
Penn State's a bureaucratic system. Like, the president of Penn State isn't really the boss. It's the board of trustees. They control everything. But a lot of them in that Sandusky time, they stepped away. They had to be medicated. They were going through therapy. It was really hard. They were getting death threats. I mean, it was a mess. I'm like, they didn't do it either. It was one person. And yeah, Joe Paterno's funeral procession was actually on my 22nd birthday, January 25th. I remember that.
How did you get away with that for so long? That's the problem. And to make it so, and to be so blatant about it, that was the hard thing to understand.
Sandusky. Yeah, I don't know. With all those years, and he had like that voice camp or whatever. I don't know. It was different. But despite all of that, I mean, it's a great university. Top.
Well, it always has been one of the top universities. I mean, it's always had a good
It was
deal.
a crazy time.
Yeah,
it's starting to settle. Like, after all these years, it's starting to settle. But just like you, I come from, states away, and that's the first thing that you think of is that. So I'm like, I hope that stigma...
Well, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, I mean, that was so
It's going to take a while. I mean, yeah, because there was so much publicity about that.
Yeah.
And it is there. But liberals, colleges in general are very liberal. And that's another thing that is being, discussed when I talk about people among the populace here. They're afraid to send their kids to college for being, it's not so much educated as indoctrinated.
Right. That's where you kind of learn to make up your own mind.
Well, not anymore, it seems.
Well, yeah, unless they're trying to brainwash you. It's just something.
Yeah.
I know. What? All right. Well, it's good talking to you.
And where do you stand politically? How do you...
I don't know. I almost feel like I'm kind of like a cafeteria kind of person because there's some conservative and there's some liberal and there's some in the middle. So it's hard to give a clear answer to that, honestly.
Well, now, of course, the lines are being divided more, becoming more defined. I mean, I used to be a liberal, and I just don't understand them because there's a difference between the liberal and the left now, I think.
Oh my God, yes.
You see that?
They're fractioning. They're fractioning horribly. I mean, you have stupid, crazy liberal, like all the way over Bernie.
Very left.
And then you have like, oh my God, Gabby.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So, like, she's gonna be welcomed in the Republican Party soon, not because she's Republican, because she's so far right in the left party that they're alienating her.
Thank you. I mean, Barack Obama would hardly be accepted in the Democratic Party now.
Well, they're starting to shame him.
Yeah,
they're starting to like cancel his perspective. They're like, you're not liberal enough anymore because you're being reasonable.
Yeah.
Right.
Indeed. Are you also at the university?
No. I own my own business. So
What do you do?
CBD.
Oh.
So everybody's getting on this CBD train. I've been doing it for about 5 years. So I make my own products, but I also distribute like big major brands across the country.
Very good.
So.
Very. Have you got a card? Have you got a business?
You always
Do I have a card? Yes, I do, in fact.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. And here's a, let me give you guys one of mine. It's a, I think you'll appreciate it. It's a get out of jail free card from
Oh
Hillary
my God,
Clinton.
that's hilarious.
And
Oh my
it's-
gosh, my dad is going to love this.
My mom
He's
would
a huge
too.
Trump fan.
So's my mom. That's why I was taking pictures, because
Oh, wonderful.
she
I
would get a
wasn't
kick
with
out of
him yet. And
this.
she was like, "You have to see this," and I'm like, "I'm gonna just."
She
come
would
with
get a
it."
kick
He
out
would
of
love. He would love that.
Hilarious.
Oh, wonderful.
Bulletproof vest friend.
I'm gonna give this to Greg.
That's why I'm laughing. All right, thank you so much.
All right,
Have a
guys.
good
God
day.
bless. Pleasure talking to you.
You know that Clinton had to take it. Can we take a picture at the French market in between the little pavilion?
So that was pretty interesting, I thought, considering because Penn State's got to be very liberal. I mean, but, yeah, that whole Sandusky and the pedophile network ring and all, and God, I mean, it's got to be open and blatant for him to have gotten away with that for so long. The devil certainly works his ways. All right, thanks for coming by. Remember to do the routine, and pray for me out there. I'll be praying for you here. God bless you. I'll see you on the streets.